2 hot ready, sell time, let's go.
Alex bought 5 cars and got 2 phone calls. It's a 2012 F-150. There you go, and there you go. This is the big boy. All right, and as always during these auction videos, I'm going to walk through a lot of these cars and see if we can find a few that are interesting, and I'm going to check them out. We'll show them on video, and then we'll see them run through auction, and I'll tell you at the end of the video what a dealer actually pays at auction for a lot of these vehicles. All right, so this is a 2015 Kia Optima, and I believe this is one of the Kias and Hyundais that are very easy to steal. It's got the actual key. It's not the keyless entry, you need the actual ignition key. Oh, there it is. So I want to actually look at this one to see if that affects the price at all, if they're just bringing less money at the auction because dealers are maybe scared of them because some insurance companies won't cover them or the premiums are too high. But I know that Kia and Hyundai, they've offered some kind of recall to help the actual problem with thefts, but I don't know if a lot of people are actually doing it, and it's not really helping the insurance companies as far as thefts are concerned. So insurance companies are still dropping those cars. It's a 2015 Optima, 139,000 miles. Overall, it looks okay, a little dirty on the inside, but we'll see what it brings. A lot of people asking me about Super Duty trucks. Here's one. It's not the full 4 doors, but it's the F-250 XLT. We will check it and see what it brings. It's a 2008, it's got 117,000 miles. Now, keep in mind, this is a dealer that typically does, when they bring cars, it's just repos. I'm not sure if this is going to be a repo. This might be an actual trade-in that they brought in. I can't imagine them even having this on their lot to sell as a buy here, pay here dealer. So most likely a trade-in, but it's a 2008 F-250, 117,000 miles, and we'll check and see what it brings. All right, I know I get yelled at if we don't check this, and you see it in the background. It is a 2008 Charger, 126,000 miles of RT. It's got the Hemi. Check out the back of it. There you go, RT. And outside looks okay. Inside, that's seat covers, and the seats are not much better than that. Inside of it, I don't know why. Inside it looks okay, it's not great. Seats are not in good shape. But it's a 2008 Charger RT. It's got the Hemi, 126,000 miles. We'll check to see how much it brings. Here's a good one for us. It's a 2012 Honda Civic. It's got 157,000 miles. The body looks good. It's actually the higher trim model too. Got leather seats. Oh, just hit my head so hard, son of a. Anyway, overall looks good. Needs a little bit of a cleanup, but I'd say it's probably 8 out of 10. It's a 2012 Civic. It's got 157,000 miles. There we go. We'll check this one. Domestic 4-door. This is a 2020 Ford Fusion. It's got 34,000 miles. Good miles on it. Body looks good. Inside, dirty. But overall, there you go. It's a spit bottle. That's gross. I don't know why anyone does that. Anyway, it's a 2020 Ford Fusion. Overall, looks good. Needs to be cleaned up. It's got 34,000 miles. All right, here we go. We'll check this one out. It's a 2020 Ford Edge. It's got 79,000 miles. One interesting thing, and I see this all the time, is you see this little number that's hanging from the rearview mirror? That indicates that it has been in the shop and it had something wrong with it. I don't know why they would not pull that off of the rearview mirror before they sent it to auction, because that's just indicating to all the buyers that they want to spend a lot of money on this vehicle, that there was something wrong with it. It was sent to the shop. They at least tried to fix it, and now they're just sending it straight to auction. So that tells me as a buyer that that franchise dealer tried to get something fixed on it to retail it, and then either they couldn't fix it or there's something that went wrong with it that they didn't want to retail it. Now they're dumping it at auction. So it's just very curious to me that they wouldn't take down a completely obvious sign that there's most likely a major issue wrong with that car when they're trying to get these buyers to bid more for these cars. All right, anyway, it's a 2020 Ford Edge. It's got 79,000 miles. All right, let's check this one out. It's a 2012 F-150. There you go, and there you go. There's the big boy. All right, so it's got 104,000 miles on it. Tires are not in good shape. One's back there flat. Looks like it's been ridden pretty rough. Inside, seats do not look tore up. There you go. And it is pretty dirty, so it needs to be cleaned up. Not in great condition. We're gonna see what it brings anyway. It's a 2012 F-150 Raptor. It's got 104,000 miles. All right, I see something that's gonna have one of my viewers very excited. My dude who always asks for Camaros. A 2011 Camaro. It's got 123,000 miles. It is a straight drive, and inside looks okay. Needs to be cleaned up, but it looks all right. Actually got a little boo-boo right there. All right, Camaro, 2011, 123,000 miles. And because it matters a lot on this one, it's only got the 3.6 liter in it.
Taking 2 and 2. Hot ready, sell time, let's go.
68 roll car, 68, 69, 69, 69, 69, 68, 99, now 73, now 1, 71, 71, 71, 71.
So we're actually going to show you a little behind the scenes. Alex bought 5 cars and got 2 phone calls. So we'll just check the ones that we actually bought and show you what he got and what we paid for it. I got this mic, so you'll have to talk closely to me. Oh, well, I guess you want to see what the car is. This ugly Buick. For whatever reason, Alex been buying some Buicks here lately with this. It's not even soft top. What's that called? Like a canvas top or whatever?
It is a soft top.
A soft top.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't go down. It's not convertible. It's a 2001 Buick. Is it Buick ugly? What'd you pay for it?
I paid
There's your bra on the front of it.
Paid $16 for it.
Paid $1,600 for it. So this is going to be this has got to be a $2,500 car. Yeah. It's maybe $3,000 if it cleans up well.
They're gonna have to do some.
Yeah, I mean, there's some older people that love these cars, and we sell them. We sell them a lot, but $2,500, $3,000 car. All right, it's a 2006 Highlander.
It's a if.
Oh, it's an if, so we don't know if we bought it. What did you get a phone call on this for?
$1,900.
$1,900. So if we get it for that, then we can sell this probably for $3,500 if it drives out well. $3,000, $3,500 is where we would price it if we get it. I would imagine because it's a Highlander, they're not going to give it to us for $1,900. All right, this red Equinox is the next one. We lost it. Took us forever to find it in the lot because Alex does not know what he bought. What year is it?
It is a 2013.
2013 Equinox, 160,000 miles. That's good.
Yeah, I paid $26 for it.
Paid $2,600 for it. We'll sell it for probably $4 grand.
Yeah.
Probably put a little bit into it.
These usually sell pretty quickly too.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear Alex. He's we're trying out this new mic, and I don't need him to talk into my chest hair this week. All right, here's a CRV we bought. It's a 2003. Faded paint, our favorite, means cheaper. Yeah. Even though it's ugly, it doesn't matter.
Right. Paid $1,500 for it.
$1,500, and how much did we're going to 15? So we'll sell it for $25,000, $3,000. Yeah, so that's cheap enough for a CRV. All right, he thinks he bought this one. I would think this color would be unique enough that he would remember that.
I bought this one.
Let's see. It's a 2009 Ford Escape.
$1,400 for it.
$1,400, so it'll be $25,000, $3,000 for us. I think that's a good buy. Good job, Alex. All right, we're looking for a Sedona. I think this might be it. I know it's a Sedona. Is it the right one?
Yeah.
Gray. I like gray on Sedonas. 2014, 180,000 miles. Nice.
Yeah, paid $25 for it. $3,500, maybe $4.
Yeah. So you paid $2,500 for it, and we'll sell it for $3,500, $4,000, somewhere around there. This is interesting. So this is from a franchise dealer, and they actually had stickers on it. So you know when they do that, I mean, as is, they're going to sell their cheaper used cars as is anyway. But You know, when a franchise dealer puts stickers on it, it was good enough to go on there a lot. So we know it is a good vehicle a lot of times whenever we buy stuff like this that's already got the stickers on it. All right, price time. So the 2015 Optima had 139,000 miles on it. It brought $5,000 in lane, and it was put on an if. The 2012 Honda Civic had 157,000 miles. It brought $8,600 in lane, and it sold. The 2020 Fusion had 34,000 miles. It brought $19,700 in lane, and it sold. All right, this one's kind of funny. It's the 2012 Raptor had 104,000 miles. It brought $17,200 in lane, which I thought was well above what it needed to bring. The seller said no, and that it would take $21,000 to buy it. And no. Not $21,000 to buy it, $21,000, and then they'll put it on an if. So then they would call another rep. They'd call their store to see if they could make it happen for that. So they even had a floor that was even higher than that, a reserve that was well higher than that. So $21,000 wouldn't even have bought it in the lane. So that's going to be crazy money for that truck because, I mean, it brought $17,000, and they were $4,000 away to even be close enough to put it on a phone call. All right, the 2008 F250 had 117,000 miles. It brought $12,900, and they put it on an if. The 2011 Camaro had 123,000 miles. It brought $7,100, and it sold. All right, I added this one while I was going through the lane. We didn't look at it before the sale, but I knew a lot of you would be interested in seeing this. I just didn't see it before the sale, or I would have checked it out. But it was a 2011 Toyota Sienna, and it had 176,000 miles. It brought $7,300 in lane, but the seller said no, said it takes $8,000, and they no-sold it. All right, the 2008 Charger, it had 126,000 miles. It brought $6,000, and it sold. The 2020 Edge had 79,000 miles. It brought $15,000. They put it on an if, they put it on a phone call, but it only got one bid, so they're probably not even close. I would assume that deal is not going to get done, but because there was only one bidder, they are probably more willing to come up on the price if the seller is even somewhat close. So a lot of times when there's a phone call put on a vehicle, but there's only one bid, those are actually more likely to get done just because that one single bidder knew that they probably were going to be paying more than just their first bid that they put out. So even if the seller comes back at like 17 grand on that Edge, they might have thought that they were going to be paying like 16,000, 16,500 anyway, so they might offer 16,200, 16,300, and that deal might get done. But if there was only one bid, they're probably really far apart, but the bidder's going to know that they're going to have to come up from there.